Thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming out today. We're going to start with the level 1 pattern, and then we'll go to the level 2 pattern, and then we'll do the select level 3 this morning. All 3 patterns have the same beginning, and I talked to Patty this morning. They're going to have you have your head at the gate, and then they will flag you into the arena. You'll be allowed 1 to 2 walk steps and then start your pattern at the jogs. So that's how all 3 of these patterns will start that way. The other part that's the same on all 3 is finding the center of the arena. I've set up, there's a green stripe over here you can't see, but I set that little cone over there so Charlie has a center to flow through in the pattern, okay? So let's just start off and let Charlie run through this pattern 1. I'll talk a little bit about it as he goes through, and we'll go from there. Okay, Charlie. So he's got a couple of walk steps, gets to his jog, probably about 3 or 4 strides, makes his corner, comes back across and finds his angle. So the angle here he takes is going to be very important for the rest of this pattern because he's got to find the center of the arena here. Breaking to the walk for 2 horse lengths, we're going to consider that 8 to 10 steps. Back to his jog, to the center of the pin where he'll pick up his extend. Want to keep a lot of flow there. Nice stop. Okay, and don't let this pattern confuse you. You turn one direction. Choose which direction you'd like to turn, whatever. Do what's best for your horse, okay? I prefer the left because we're going to pick up the left lead, but if your horse is a lot better to the right, go to the right. Okay, a couple of strides up after, a nice flat top. Coming back, finding that angle that brings him across the center of the arena. Okay, it's a very nice job here, coming across the center. The lead changes after the center, 2 to 3 strides. Very nice. Then you start picking up speed. So I tell all of mine, get what you can get with the extended lope. Don't go past your comfort zone and don't leave anything on the table, okay? It's more about showing a change in your pace, okay? Back to slowing down. Nice soft corner, okay? And the stop should be, if you look on your pattern, the stop is directly across from where you started that walk. Get your back, and then the pattern is complete, but they've asked that you please jog out of the arena to save time. Exiting the arena will be the same on all 3 patterns. Well, on the 2 that are over in barn 6, you're going to exit out the center gate, but you'll be to the left side looking at it as you exit, and you're going to come in slightly to the right to the center as you come down it, okay? Over in the Jim Norick arena, when you exit the arena, you'll go out the left gate and in the right gate, but that's for the level 2. Do you have any questions on the level 1 pattern at this point? Okay, I'm going to let him do it one more time just to go through it so everybody gets to see it, and we'll move on to 2. You want to make sure you maintain a nice forward walk here. Don't crawl. It's not an extended walk, but do keep some flow to it. All the way through your patterns, you want to maintain a solid cadence. In your turns, in all patterns, I've been also asked to say, and I wholeheartedly agree with this, a spin is a spin, not a rollback. The degree of difficulty in a spin is finding your line, not rolling back out of it and getting halfway around and deciding to lope off, okay? So let's complete our spins this year, okay? If you'll notice on your patterns, the circles are somewhat oval. I prefer the oval a little bit in these patterns because we're coming back to find the center and we can get a direct line through the center. If you circle a little more, these pictures here are just examples. They're not definites. Okay, that time I would say he maybe loped a little too far down the arena there before he stopped and backed. The line was more up here where I am and he went down there. But it's all open to interpretation. There's no, that's wrong or not. But for me, judging, I would call that just a little bit far, okay? All right, Charlie, any other questions about one? Everybody's got it? All right, very good. Charlie, we want to move on to number 2, please. Maybe he left, I don't know. There he is. Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, before he gets going on the next pattern, we're going to start passing these green buckets around, which are meant for your cash, and those white signs in case you're not carrying your cash. You can do it right through your phone. Donations to the Professional Horsemanship Crisis Fund, and we appreciate all you can do. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Let's make this the best one. First one and the best one of the all-arounds, all right? We appreciate all the help you guys give us. Okay, Charlie, let's start with 2. So we're going to start the same way as before. We're going to make our corner, maintain our jog, pick up our left lead. We're going to lope up past center. Remember, guys, center is important in all of these patterns. It's going to go past center, couple strides, change. He could have maybe changed to stride 2 earlier there, but that's fine. Moderate extension there. Okay, we're going to walk 8 to 10 strides again. If you look on your pattern, you back the same distance you walked. So in this particular pattern, we're going to need that 8 to 10 strides so it's equal. We're going to find our square and get back to the center. Okay, then we have 2 spins, one to the right, a 360, and 1.5 to the left. Left lead out. Once again, finishing the spin. Not getting 3/4 of the way around at the end and loping off. Stop. Pattern is complete. Exit at a jog. Any questions right now? Anything anybody saw that was a little bit off there? So for me, he was correct against the wall over there, but then cut off the pin a little bit and was way farther out towards the center on this side. I'd like to see that balanced a little more. So you're equal distance from that rail as you are from this rail as you lope around there, okay? Use your pin, okay? Especially where you have some faster lope there. Use your pin and come on around, okay? All right, Charlie, let's try it one more time for him. I really like this trot that Charlie's using here. It's not too slow, it's not extended. Once again, for me, I'd like to see that change a little sooner than that. That was just a little bit long for me. That change on this pattern looks to me to be about 3 strides after the center. I like this better. Evened up his pin a little more here. Nice break to the walk. Very nice here, going up to find the center. Landing in the center, 1 to the right. Would have liked to seen that finish just a little more. Very nice. And a good place to stop. Okay? All right. Anything else? Yes, ma'am. Because of the way, in this particular pattern, level 2, which is over in the Jim Norick, and you're going to go out the left, I would go ahead and trot forward a few strides, turn myself over, and get out the left gate just like it's drawn. Good question. But because you are going to use that left gate, okay, and if you do the pattern correctly, you'll be coming right down the center, so you will need to go left to exit, okay? Anything else? Okay, good question. All right, Charlie, let's run through level 3. This is your select level 3. So we're coming in, basically the same, coming around, and once again here, we're going to establish what your line is here. And I think in this pattern, more than any of the others, this is a very critical point here. Okay, we're going to do the 8 to 10 steps at the walk. Back to our jog. And about right there, we get more extension. And we stand up. Your angle you choose here will greatly affect this lope as you come around. And here again, it's rider's choice, and this is where your horsemanship comes into play. If you've got a horse that can come up here and make a really pretty corner, continuing his cadence, and it's tight, and you're staying forward through it, that's a plus, okay? If you've got a horse that's maybe lags a little bit there, you might want to straighten out that angle a little bit and give yourself more room so you can maintain your cadence throughout that corner. Okay, so we've got an extension here. We're going to come back around. We're going to find our center. We're going to collect. That doesn't mean shut down. It just means collect. Get our change. Then get a square corner. So our stop should be right before where our walk was. Okay, we forget. I think that's the other way, Charlie. We spin first and then back. I know it's a lot of patterns to remember. And then we exit at the jog again. Okay, a couple of things. Charlie's got a lot of patterns to remember here. So, for me, I liked his angle. I would have maybe liked to seen a little more cadence through that corner. It kind of got held up, didn't stay as smooth as it could have. The biggest thing was he made that corner and did a really nice job trying to get through that corner, but then cut off this side of the arena and didn't make his oval and or circle equal on both sides. Okay? So I would have liked to have seen him come across the middle a little bit. Does everybody understand what I mean about that? So when you come off of this corner up here, I'd really like to see you find this line and ride this line prior to making this corner, okay? Don't make that. What people like to do and what happens a lot is you make this sharp corner and that horse is leaning over here from that corner and you just continue here. Okay, then your oval and or circle is unbalanced. So finding that line so you can come around, and if you look the way these are drawn with a little bit of an oval to them, the straight line's even more important. And I know talking with Patty this morning, this is going to be very important in this pattern, finding this line, okay? Then, of course, at the end, we've got the 360. The other part that everybody has to think about that was a little off on that one, as you come around and you get that lead change here, you're still going straight, okay? You're coming up here and making a square corner, okay? Don't let that lead change get to where you lean over there, and the next thing you know, you're just half circling around over here, and you've lost your square corner, okay? All right, Charlie, let's run through her one more time. I think that was a pretty good spot there to start that extend. This is an area also, if you've got a really good extend trotter, you might go up there a stride or two farther than somebody else to show it off. Show your horse to its optimum. That's part of horsemanship. Okay, I like that corner a lot better than the first one. He got out there straighter. Now he's going to be able to show off his extension. I think your size here is up to you once again. If you've got a really good extension, you might go a little bigger. I would not get out there and bounce off the wall. I like this coming around. He's found his line. Got a little slow down, change in the center. Now he's found his line much better than the one before. See the difference in these two goes? Right turn into a back. I think you for sure want to show 5 to 6 steps minimum in that back, so it is your back. If you've got a great backer, you might want to go 8, maybe 10 if it's a great backer. I wouldn't get too carried away, okay? Any questions about anything else in the pattern for the level 3? Everybody's got an idea where they're going now. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the opportunity. Don't forget to pay into the Professional Horseman's Endowment this week. Thanks for everything.